yeah, me shoot. Uni mudi a min to me, hey, min to me, min to me, min to me. I go in there,
It is the 14th day of February 2019, and yes, I know you know it is Valentine's Day. So today I found myself at the Royal Parade Grounds inside KNUST campus, and there's a massive food festival going on, organized by the Department of Food Science and Technology in collaboration with Departments of Culture and Tourism as well as Geography. Okay, so this food festival is to promote the intake of traditional foods and educate people on the different types of foods we have from each region. Not forgetting we have Nigerians here, we have Ivorians, we have Rwandans, and they're here to display their various traditional foods. So, as you are here to educate each other, Phronesis TV is here to bring it to you, the general public, so that you know what's happened here. My name is Adjoa, and I'm doing this with my colleague Sikawura, Kwaku, Sarfo.
We go chop life, we go make happy, we go the party, we go chop life, we go make high, also we go carry. And yeah, I'm a TV down and send my lucky. You're gonna cook, and I are chalky.
My name is Sikawura, Kwaku, Sarfo, and this is Phronesis TV. This is the KNUST Food Festival. Today we are here to witness history, talking about our local foods being displayed, whether for sale or for testing, and then eventually we'll be eating some of them. So today we're going around having lots of activities, talking about interviews, talking about the testing of food, and also winners will also be awarded. We have Maggie to help us with this very project, and then other whole lot of sponsorship coming up today as far as this program is concerned. Don't go away, there's never a dull moment on Phronesis TV.
Sing calling on my day.
Oh my da, 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 oh my da. Oje mo ba fite, boom, coffee, 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 coffee.
KNUST Food Festival. Very good. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. So let's welcome the Department of Mathematics on board. For the first time, they are coming to surprise us. The maths people is not only calculations, but calculation is also in the food we cook. Department of Optometry and Visual Sciences. Interestingly, they are not here with the spectacles and the various machines for testing the eye, but they have some food products on display to explain how these food products can also promote our vision, the eye functioning. They'll tell us more, so they are here to exhibit food products in that regard. So let's give them a round of applause for this innovative approach. So it's not about spectacles, but they are coming to show on what food products they have regarding visual sciences. The popular YoFresh is here. Yes. Is there anybody here who has not tasted YoFresh before? Then today you have the chance to drink YoFresh. I'm sure you'll get free ones as well as discount prices on sale. So let's welcome YoFresh with a round of applause. YoFresh happened to be one of our sponsors for this program, just as last year. The high table is very set with some of our key speakers and invited guests. We'll do a brief introduction as we kick off. We have our former Vice Chancellor, Professor William Otto Ellis. We have our mother in the person of the Provost of the College of Science, Professor Mrs. Ibok Odro. We have our Assistant Registrar, College of Science, Mrs. Mavis Boatin, Assistant Registrar, College of Science. Regulatory Officer, in the person of Zinab Sewa Achampong from Food and Drugs Authority. Department of Biochemistry and Biotechnology, Professor Mrs. Antonia Tete. The head of Department of Optometry and Visual Science, in the person of Dr. Nana Yakobson. The head of the Department of Geography and Rural Development, in the person of Dr. Odami. Great. We have our college registrar. Let's give a round of applause to our college registrar, Mr. Vincent Ankama Lumote. Thank you. So let's welcome our LOC chairperson to give us the welcome message and then introduce the festival chair. We can do better.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jacob Agbenohevi, my honorable MC. KNUST Food Festival, our culture, our food, and the science. KNUST Food Festival and the science. Thank you very much. On behalf of the LOC, I want to welcome everybody once again to this special occasion. Indeed, it's a special occasion, and I pray that you enjoy it to the fullest. There is a saying that first we eat and then we do everything else. This statement places great importance on what we eat as a nation and as a people. Unfortunately, there is a transition in our eating habits or lifestyle. The current trend being characterized by increased patronage of fast foods and other unhealthy foods. These foods usually look fun, easy, and tasty, with colorful marketing packages, but often have a lot of either salt, sugar, or fats, and sometimes all the three. These kinds of foods are reported to be linked to the increased rate of chronic diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, and stroke, just to mention a few. The ultimate consequences of eating these foods are general poor health, shorter lifespan, reduced productivity of citizens, poor development of nation, and also loss of cultural identity. The good news is that about 80% of the chronic diseases that we have are preventable, and we believe that traditional foods have important role to play in this. This is the more reason why we are here this morning, to showcase our diverse traditional foods, their cultural backgrounds, and educate ourselves on the nutritional and health benefits of these foods. Also, we have related research activities at KNUST that are linked to food being showcased. Take time to visit these stands and know how, for example, mathematics, optometry, and architecture relate to food. For our students and scientists here, we entreat you to find alternative ways of creating new foods out of the old ones that we have, the traditional foods. In terms of presenting them in convenience, shelf-stable, and then in terms of packaging and branding, without losing out the traditional touch. To all our sponsors, Nestle Maggi, Vortic, Cocoa Processing, Kwama Foods, College of Science, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, the Vice Chancellor through the university, and all of us, we appreciate your support for this worthy cause. Remember, first we eat, then we do everything. Thank you. Please permit me once again to introduce our chairperson for the occasion. Our Our chairperson is in the person of Dr. Samson E. Edusa, and he is the Director of Bureau of Integrated Rural Development, that is BED, and the Coordinator of Education for Sustainable Development in Africa, KNUST. He holds a doctoral degree in development studies from the University of Bradford, UK. He has been in employment of KNUST since 1989. How many were not born? His research area includes sustainable development, chieftaincy in Ghana, land use management, natural resources management, and small-scale industry development.
I'm so excited this morning to be here, and I want to take the opportunity to thank the organizers for inviting me to be part of this wonderful activity this morning. Point is, it's wonderful to combine food, science, and culture. And I was wondering how creative that it is for the organizers to come up with such a wonderful theme. As has been said, food is everything. I think aside water, food is the most important thing that the human body needs. Unfortunately, looks like so many of us are very careless with our food and how we eat and what we eat, unfortunately. I think modernization is also causing a lot of harm to our culture, and that is why it's important for the university to focus on this, on food, culture, and science. How culture can improve on our food and how we can combine that with culture. As a traditional person, I'm excited and I'm happy to chair this function. I only pray and ask you to bear with me and join me for a successful program this morning. On that note, I accept to chair the function. Thank you very much for the invitation.
I got dirty feet that I tap on this dirty beat. Many men never heard of me, but certainly if they follow my trajectory, they will find that I'm royalty. And the younger me wants to climb on a mango tree. And I miss me feeling free, and I miss me eating that killy willy. Girl shaking their willy right in front of me.
Drugs Authority, as you all know, is the national regulatory agency in Ghana here to ensure, and also has the mandate by the Public Health Act 851/2012 to regulate all food products, drugs, food supplements, herbal, homeopathic medicines, cosmetics, medical devices, household chemicals, tobacco products, and all clinical trials that are conducted on our drugs. As we are here, and we will have to put the drugs aside, and we're here in line with food. Representing my regional head, Mrs. Nora Telabi, we are here to entreat all of us that in ensuring safety food on our market, it is a collective responsibility between us and our consumers. We cannot sit in our offices and ensure that every single thing out there is safe when you all of us here do not join us in ensuring safe products on our markets. We'll entreat consumers that Anytime there is anything on the market that each and every one of us feels it to be alarming, you can always call Food and Drugs Authority and we'll be at your doorstep to ensure that safe products get into our homes. I will not say much and hope the program continues to be a successful one. Thank you very much.
Every country is supposed to be unique, and the uniqueness comes from your culture and what you eat. The food science will have to introduce the science and technology aspect into food. And we in the humanities ensure that the cultural depiction of food is enshrined in our daily lives. But there's also some economics to it. I think that if we're able to eat what we produce, make our food unique, we can even export our food so that the national economy will be better. At least we all know that we import a lot of rice into this country, and if you travel from the south to the north, you have a whole lot of varieties of food that ideally this country can never go hungry if we are to exploit them. In fact, we can be a net exporter of food. So we as the Science and Technology University, we are interested in the science of food and the cultural and the human aspect of food. And that is why these two colleges have decided to come together to support this festival. We're hoping that this will be upscaled, because I understand more colleges are seeking to come on board. And we are hoping that within the very near future, it will be a university-wide affair involving all the colleges. So on behalf of my colleague provost and on behalf of the two colleges, we want to thank all those who have participated, and we want to wish you well, enjoy yourself, and let's promote this festival to the national level. Thank you very much.
And I miss me walking barefoot and innocent, talking pigeon, Ghanaian citizen, pounding on fufu. I miss the beats, and I miss them calling me Daddy B. Hey, home is where my heart is. Torn from home could be so heartless. Visual memoirs of a traveling artist. Case of the blues, I got it the baddest.
I am highly honored to be here this afternoon to address this gathering, and also very happy to be invited by my own department, former department, which is Food Science and Technology. I just want to start with a question. That is our team appropriate? Promoting our culture, our food, and the science. I think you all agree with me that it is appropriate, because we need to eat, to grow, to get energy, and also get much more benefit from eating. It seems now we are more interested in the continental foods rather than the traditional foods. And I am very happy that the Department of Food Science and Technology is championing this cause of making sure that our people are promoting the traditional foods. Yes, we cannot develop the country without science and technology. And I think that is the main reason why the Department of Food Science and Technology is interested in promoting use or the patronage of our traditional foods. Once you are here today, I understand, I think 2016 or so, Food Science and Technology had the food conference where they talked about the food fraud. And now it is a festival. I just want to commend the department, the head of department, the staff, the student, everybody in the department for this program. I'm sure by the time you finish with this program, everybody will see the need to promote the traditional foods. On these notes, I will say that I am privileged to have KNUST in my municipal, the famous university.
Charlie, what it happened? Make I tell you something. Something made my inside. It didn't make our week, it didn't make our. Charlie, what it happened? Make I tell you something. Something made my inside. It didn't make our week, it didn't make our. As a high of this crazy blues.
Also, the Maggi shrimp contains iron in addition of the iodine. So apart from the iodine, we have iron that supports the iodine in our system. And also when we go to the market now, we can see that the Maggi we used to have has been changed, or it has a new branding or new packaging now. It doesn't mean that it's an imitation. It's a new branding, or it's a new body that we've actually given to the Maggi Cube. When you visit our stand there, you will see our new logo, our new Maggi branding there. I would advise all of us to actually pass by or visit to see the new Maggi products we have, and also patronize. I wish there was a projector here to project how the new Maggi looks like, but there isn't. So I would advise that we visit our stands to look at it. If you have any problem on Maggi, we can be reached on a toll-free number. 0800 12001. On any network, you can call us and then we resolve all your challenging issues or any issues you have with Maggi. Also, you can call us or you can send us a mail on consumerservices@nestle or consumerservices@ga.nestle.com. Any issue, any challenge, any misunderstanding that you want to clarify on any of our Nestle products, if you reach us on any of these platforms, we will be willing and able to assist you. Thank you.
gari, cocoa and beans. These are the things that I see in my dreams. I be, say my eye red. The chair was since the last shop tea bread, palm wine, surplus, calabash. I make fine everything the straight cash. One time, 4 corners, make we bash. Chinisa, obey the wind.
On our food, our culture, and the science. It's officially launched.
Before here with the blow high time, yo magayo mo kokeke. Wapae wala da kokeke. Bonge wala song da kokeke. Kewa fangbe forget a cry. Ni waya wada mommy eko.
The 7 dishes, this is what we use in our region. We have the big ones and then the small ones, and then the size-up ones, we use them to take our snacks. This is one of our drinks to have snacks. That's in South here, I don't know the name we call, but we call it. So that's very nice snack. We use millets in doing it. Yeah, we have 3 ingredients and 4 millets. Ginger, pepper, and then sugar. Please, this is the plantain. Hey, and this is the yam with cream. And this is the plantations for the snack. And this for pineapple drink. And this this contemporary with Kobe and Kwaku. This one is contemporary and eggs. And this one is puton. And this is oat brulee. Yes, it's the normal omelette with vegetables in them. And then this is croissant fumé. That's fried fish. Yes, and yeah, this is shepherd. Yes, and there's
you see total food of made of fried plantain. We have our stews and we have drink rolls and so we have our light food here. Plantain, cassava, this one is our own on top. Yes. Tubani. But we have upper, west and upper east. We have our basic. They're both of them taken. We have masa. Masa, we have different types. This is one of the types. And there's small types also. Because you don't want to add more. And this is our bikini.
My will pass me this something. Black City where my light are there, please. Alright then, I will say high life. Carry flying at the sky high. We love life, so we live life. We are partying a new style. Well, cannabis make them loco. Oh my baby, hand me no co. Baby, my oko kakboko.
If it's on anything, I know if you tell you all the things that I see. Straight from Zongo, they feel like a dream. My man them, forgetting me who want to me something than them. Sawuda and Tupunumo, cause I hate knocking on your door.
So we are the Department of Mathematics at College of Science. It is interesting to find out that mathematicians can also cook. So I have with me here a beautiful lady who is going to tell us what they have for display. Okay, so what did you guys do? Because I thought maths was all about calculations and pi and all that.
If someone tells you math is all about calculation, then the person is a liar, right? Yes, because there are lots of things we can do with math, not only about calculation, right? We have apps which we develop, right? Yes, and we also go to the kitchen, right? Because if you are a lady and you don't know math, then your food no go taste well.
Yes. I see. Okay, so what exactly do you have for us today?
So today we have cupcakes.
Okay.
In fact, formula cupcakes. So we have the alpha cupcake, we have the beta cupcake, right? We have the Descent 3 cupcake, right? We have the Xi cupcake. Right, we have the Sigma cupcake there. Yes, you get it. So you have to multiply some things in order to get the final product.
Pressure. Okay. Well, I'm more interested in this.
Yes. Now we come to the meda. This is called meda. the corn wine, right? Yes, this we use corn in making. Some will call it asana, but this is not asana. Asana, they use sugar in making it. In fact, they have to fry it brown, right? Then after that, they add water, then add sugar again. No, we use the corn, the proper corn. That is how come we are the girls. You get it? We are representing Greater Accra. That is Department of Mathematics.
Okay.
Right? Yes.
Okay, and so what other things do you have?
We have the quadratic pop. In fact, you can call it fee-paying quadratic chows. Right? Yes, and that's how we have garnished it very well. So that should even tell you that mathematics is not only about formula. We also do well in the kitchen too. Because if not that, our husbands, they go leave us. So, yes. So we have the avocado, the pear, right? And we have corn meat. Yeah, the original one. This is from Ghana. You get it? Without cassava.
Exactly.
No, without cassava dough. But our cassava dough, we use it to prepare fufu. Yes. So this is the gan fufu. And this is our jam eto. We don't use plantain. For the gans, we use the yam in preparing our eto. Yes. And we have fish in water. If you call fish in water, in Ghana, we call it aklo. But it is fish in water. In fact, we use fresh fish because you know we stay by the sea. Yes, so we don't like fish that is in refrigerator. So this one, we had to import it from Accra straight to Kumasi. You get it? Yes. So we also have other cakes to it. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for helping us with it. And then I love your display. I'll come for mine soon. So we're moving on to another team. There's more to come. Stay tuned.
Girl, you are the best thing. Me say you got the best thing. I think you're upon me like a biking. Me say big bumper girl, you me like it.
I'm Alasan Mariam from Upper East.
How do you tell us about the foods that you have here?
We have local and then continental dishes.
For the, name some of them for us.
From the local side, we have poa, which is Samia drink, and then zunkom from grind millet, soaked. And then we have dawadawa jollof rice, which is made from dawadawa. And then we have sabu, which is from dry corn, grind. And then it goes with bitter soup, which is alefu. And then from our this we call it shure. And then granuts.
What about the ones over here?
This one is the continental. We have dakwa here, and then this pastries, and this one is pasco, which is grey well spice, and this is the garnish.
See the big chicken on top of it, the vegetables garnish all around.
Bakaji mangana ko, bakaji mangana ko, bakaji mangana ko, bakaji mangana ko, bakaji mangana ko. Give her respect the old man. Hey, them go talk your matter blah blah blah, laughing at your hustle ha ha ha. We be so them day.
You can see fufu. I'm not so sure whether it's cocoyam or plantain or whatever it is. So she will talk to us.
Cocoyam fufu. Yes, and this is the yam fufu mixed with a bit of cassava. We did this because this is a native food of the Brown-Afro region. Most of them consume the yam because that is the common product there, and then the cocoyam as well. So we decided to go local just the way they want it. And then it's being complemented with the bunabunu soup. Yes. And then we have the soup also there. Yes. So the soup is also made from kontomire, which is also a native dish that they consume there.
So what do you have here?
Yeah, this is also palm wine, fresh palm wine. They call it kuntum in their region because it is fresh. So this one is non-alcoholic. You will not go drunk when you consume this one. And then we chose this calabash because it is the native calabash they use for such drinks. And then these are the small calabash mostly they drink in or they use for fetching.
You just be smell of a fat, you never be better than us. Back at him and Ghana go be shit. My cat me come so I never feel close my mouth. Me come a drill, leave me alone. I scream on top of.
So I'm still having fun at the Royal Parade Grounds where the second edition of the KNUST Food Festival is taking place. I am at the Western Region stand, and you know that the Western Region is closer to the coast, so most of their dishes has a bit of coconut and then cassava in there. So I can see there's a display for acheke, there's cocoa pine, and there are interesting things here. So I'll give you a full update of what we have here. Hello, please, what's your name?
My name is Beatrice Afikumi from Kumasi Senka University.
So what are some of the foods you have here?
Okay, we have cocoa pine, that is coconuts and pineapple made together, which is a drink.
So is it like a juice or you have
a drink?
A drink. Okay.
Yes, there's difference between the juice and the drink. Yes, with the drink we normally make syrup and add it to it, but with the juice, like it's extracted from the fruit itself. No additives, like nothing is added to it. No. Yes.
So I can. Is that gari or acheke? Yeah.
Okay, it is ateke.
Ateke.
Yes, but most like they normally call it acheke, but the original name is ateke.
So we are educating ourselves here as well. She said it's ateke and not acheke. Okay, so what are some of the nutritional benefits that we can get from consuming acheke? Ateke.
So with the ateke, we can get our carbo there, and then since it's made with oil, we have our fats to there, which gives us some energy. Yes.
So all the best. I hope you win this competition, and thank you very much for having us.
Okay, you're welcome.
Warrior, son of me lines, me noodles. I got a couple OGs I respect. Shout outs to Numwa, Aleche.
We are representing the Volta region, and we are still here at the KNUST Food Festival. This is the second edition, and this is the Volta region. I can see they have displays of, is it a play or banku? Well, it looks like banku, it looks like a play. There's grounded pepper and all that. So I'll speak with my sweetheart here, and she's going to tell me everything they have in display here. So what are some of the foods you have here?
Okay, we have wademe.
Wademe?
Yes. And then we have wakpele.
So what's the difference? Because I see banku.
Yeah. Okay, the difference between wademe and the wakpele is, you see the wademe, we add corn flour and then cassava dough. And what we do is, we mix the two.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we mix the two, we put it overnight. That's 24 hours. So the next day, you mix it with water and then you prepare it. But the wakpele, we use only corn flour to prepare it. That's the difference.
So I know you are going to serve this with some other things. So what are the other things you have to couple them?
Okay, with the wademe, we have two main dishes. That's the okros. Yeah, normally they call it okros, but we call it fetri dechi. Yes. And then the one they call okros, we call it fetri and then agucha tadi.
That one I can't mention.
So that's what we prepare. And then we prepare bobitadi. You know, bobitadi is one of the staple food from the Volta region. Yeah, so we prepare that one too.
Okay.
And you can use all those ones to eat the wademe and the wakpele.
Okay. So thank you very much for educating us. We hope you win. Okay, thank you.
DonnaMotion.com. I know say I've been gone for a long while now. Where you they call, but I know the pick. And so Evan is sign himself, boy, now you're wild. And all I want be your happiness. You know I gotta make this dough, gotta stock this dough, baby. I cry we there, no be easy, oh. Let me cry me, baby.
This is the Eastern region. I can see so many displays of food here. I'm more interested in the egg, but she has to tell me the nutritional benefits of what she has here, whatever food she has here for display. So I know this is the Eastern region. So what are some of the foods that you have here?
Okay, we have important with pay and onions, and we have here plantain with pay, and we have here palava sauce, that's kontomire with eggs.
Sure.
And we have here also same palava sauce but with Kobe. Yeah. And we have here ampesi, that's the bayre. And then we have the snack, we have plantain chips, and we have pineapple chips.
So can you tell me why you chose to prepare these particular foods from your region?
Okay. In the first place, it is mainly the eastern region that really likes this particular food. And then we have some nutritional values in it. Yeah. So for instance, the palava sauce, which was the main motive why we chose it. The consomme actually gives blood. Yeah, it gives blood. And then we have we added the turkey berry, which also adds blood to your body.
So I hope the eastern region wins as well. I've been saying this from the beginning, but I see you guys added a few snacks and all that. So all the best. Thank you so much.
You probably think that I'm out cheating, but I did a studio all weekend. Smoke breaks, so I know that my clothes weaken. Although fetch me these beat breaks while I'm eating.
The beauty of this food festival is it's not restricted to regions in Ghana. Yes, there are international students in KNUST, so they were given the opportunity to also make exhibitions. I have with me a beautiful lady who is going to tell me the types of meals she prepared from Nigeria. Hello, Niger baby. Okay. Adeo, sister, what's up? Okay, so can you tell me some of the foods you have here?
Yes, I made yam pepper soup with chicken. It's a Nigerian dish. It's best eaten when it's cold. And I made egusi. I made a soup called fisherman's soup. It's like okra, it's equivalent to okra, but we call it fisherman's soup where I come from.
Okay, so what are some of the nutritional benefits of the food that you have here?
Yam is good for the health. I use fish. It's really, really good. It has omega-8 in it. And the egusi, it's melon seed. It's really good. And I made some cookies. I baked them oilless. I use butter, which is really, really healthy. And I made a fruit juice, pineapple and coconut.
So last year, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the international students were second. Are you ready to top this year's food festival's competition?
This year I didn't really come prepared, but hopefully that's a goal.
That's the spirit. Okay, so we'll be right back with more interviews.
Every day by day I just they celebrate. Oh. Everything I do we just they penetrate. Oh. I just want to say oh thank you Jehovah. Oh. See I'm living large, I get angels so for my ghetto. Never forget where I come from, not from ghetto. Oh no 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 no. I just want to say oh thank you Jehovah. Oh. Pure canary walk to go father father. Father father Adekwamu loya no father 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 Ema putiro gu wanne bele belo.
Which traditional foods from your country do you have for us?
Alright, do you want me to say the names in French? Okay, this one is called ragout d'igname. It's made up of yam. Yes, so this is granite stew. We usually eat it with rice bowl or normal rice over there with some smoked fish and grilled fish. Then we have some egg rolls that we usually eat in the morning as breakfast. It's common. Then we have our own way of making jollof with dawa dawa. Yes. So we have here something that is called dege. You guys know it as burkina, but it's a different way of making it. Not using millets, but another ingredient I've not met here in Ghana before called couscous. Yes.
So what are some of the nutritional benefits of the foods that you have here?
Alright. What you see here is a juice that we usually drink. And it's very good for the blood pressure. That's that's what people say in my country, and I believe it to be true. It's very good for the blood pressure. If you have a very high blood pressure and you take it, you'll be fine.
What is it made of?
It's made of the soboro leaves, plus some mint and some vanilla and flavors.
So I like your display. Everything is in order. I see lots of colors, and I'm rooting for you to win as well. Okay.
I buy motor, I dey travel go Bodo Igbo. Na private jet remain for me, Baba you know. Oku dilibi kobi, I never take me photo.
And this is the Knust Food Festival. I still have with me here this nice ladies to talk to them. They are coming from Rwanda. I can see some cassava and then other foods making waves over here. Nice being garnished over here. So what do you have for us today?
So starting from here, we have cassava, boiled cassava basically, and we have a mixture of Irish potatoes and local beans. And these are the local names. So it's named Imbanje, and this is Imyumbati. And we have a stew made from groundnut flour, garden eggs, tomatoes, onions, and all those spices. And we have, it's called Sosi Unyonga. That's our local language. And we have Bugari made from cassava flour, basically, only cassava flour. And we have a salad. And we have pepe. So in Rwanda, we don't cook pepe with our food. Together, like all dishes, and it's a common thing. So if you want pepe, you add it for yourself alone. We don't cook it for the whole house.
How is this cassava different from the one we have here in Ghana?
It's the same. It's the same.
So why are you giving it another name, but not cassava?
It's Imyumbati. It's in our local language. It's Imyumbati. The same thing. So just same thing.
What are?
You can take it together with the stew. Okay. You can take the stew together with the obogadi.
What are some of the ingredients being used? Some of the ingredients.
The groundnuts, we added groundnuts, onions, oil, garden eggs, and for the invanje, we take Irish potato mixed with beans. Only beans, and you fry it. After that,
I can see some tomatoes over here. What do you have here?
The salad, tomatoes, cucumbers, avocado, and mayonnaise.
Is that pepper over there? Which of the food will you be going with the pepper? What are you going to do with the pepper?
For instance, if you want to eat bugari, you can add your pepper to your soup because you eat them together. Or if you want to eat it with it, you can add it on top. Or if you want it to eat with your
so you can take this one with the pepper, right?
You add the pepper to the stew and use it with the soup. Okay. You can't eat this alone. Okay.
So you have to add the pepper to the. Is this soup or stew? Soup. We'll be testing it very soon. But until then,
Yes.
And then what about this one? Can you take it with this one together with the pepper? For me, I really enjoy pepper with my food. So you can see how I'm axing the pepper with others. Okay, what about this one? With a salad or?
You can add salad after. You can take the salad probably after eating, or you add it together. Yeah.
Now the salad contains it has pear in there. Wait, is that the whitish substance over there?
So it's made of that's the whitish thing is the mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. And we have cucumbers and tomatoes and lettuce. Basically healthy stuff.
Yes, interesting food over here. We'll be testing it very soon.
I say dollar, I still want that 10 figure. I need the kind of money where go make Dangote say who be this black schema. If we don't buy it, you wait till we get. If we don't buy the best, wait till we get.
And this is lemonade, lemon and ginger drink. And this one is prekese drink. Prekese.
Only prekese mixed
with natural spices. And this one is soya drink. And we have shito. And also these ones are natural spices.
That's all. You can see other drinks over here. The same things over here. So we package it in another style over there. Now, talking about your products, how different are they from the ones in the market?
We don't use any artificial thing in our products. We are promoting our local products. So we don't use any artificial thing in preparing our products.
Then those products over there?
Oblayo for cocoa, maize flour for cocoa. We have Winnie mix, soya bean, millet, and granules combined.
Are they on the powdery form? Powder. You just have to buy them, then use them straight. Have you added any additives or any other ingredients to them?
Any additives. except natural spices.
So what do you want to achieve after this process? After this whole exhibition, what do you want to achieve?
We Mofa is our aim is to promote local.
Well, as you heard from them, they want to promote their things locally.
Out in promoting this kind of foods.
So as you can see, we have the sobolo, the lemonade, the prekesel. Is it wine or drink? Drink, yes. So as you can also see, they've packaged them over here. And then, yes, we're about to taste it as the tradition demands.
Oh, yeah, take all my money, put them for your head, yo. For your head, yo. Oh, mama, mo. Oh, yeah, take all my money, put them for your waist, yo. For your waist, yo. Oh, why? I went calling, you. All I'm in is this, yeah. Baby girl, follow me, my yo. Baby girl, follow me, my.
Bonsoir. So this is the Ivorian stand, and she's going to tell me how Valentine's Day is called in French. So how is it called?
It is called La Journée de la Saint-Valentin.
I can't say it after her, so you can ask her later if you didn't hear it. Okay, so I've seen several foods here. I can see what looks like gari, but she's telling me it's not gari, so she's going to educate us on the types of foods they have here. So please take us through.
Okay, so this what you see here is actually called ateke. Ateke, made of cassava. So it's not gari, it is made of cassava, but it's not gari. And we have the tuna fish here, presented here, the tuna fish. And the food is called gaba. So what is gaba? Gaba is ateke with the tuna fish, with the vegetables on it, with the oil the frying oil of the fish. So when you mix everything, that is gaba. But then we also have this food here. This is the ateke mixed with palm oil. And this soup here is called ateke soup. You eat it together like this. Yes.
So what are some of the nutritional benefits of the foods that you have here?
Okay, actually it is rich in energy, the cassava and the fish here. The fish is good. Yes, proteins, the fish here. We also have smoked fish here. This soup contains a lot of vegetables, so it's also good for the health. Yes.
So thank you very much for having us. Merci beaucoup. I don't know how to continue, but thank you very much. And I hope you guys win. I've been telling this to the other groups, but what I see here is amazing. So I hope you guys win.
You win.
Baby, can we do this tonight, yo? Yeah. Baby, can we do this for life, yo? Like I hold you tight and honest, yo. Yeah. Hold you tight and no good lie to you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, take all my money, put them for your.
So we are still at KNUST at the Royal Parade Grounds, where the second edition of the KNUST Food Festival is taking place. My colleague Sikawura Kwaku is ready to have an interview with the planning committee of this beautiful festival. So, Sikawura, over to you.
Thank you, Adjoa. You're still watching Phronesis TV, and this is the KNUST Food Festival. I have with me here Dr. and Mrs. Faustina Dufie to help us this very afternoon. Thank you for joining us, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Now, talking about the KNUST Food Festival, how did this whole idea come by?
Well, KNUST Food Festival started as a food fraud conference. We had the first national fraud conference, and that was organized in 2016. And it was basically because we realized that there is something going on with our food. There were a lot of adulterants and other things being added to our food that was not healthy. So as a university we were concerned, as a department we were also concerned. So we organized that. If you remember, that was the time that we have had Sudan 4 in our palm oil, and virtually everybody eats palm oil, so we were very concerned, and we started with that to educate people about food, the safety of it and what they should look out for, and also educate those who prepare these foods about the harm they are causing to the nation. So that is basically the main reason why we started food fraud festival, and then we realized that our indigenous food have a very important role to play. So we moved on with the conference and then food festival, just to have exhibit our food products, our healthy food products. And I'm saying they are healthy because most of our indigenous foods or traditional foods, they are prepared from the raw materials. Raw produce. We have the fiber, the vitamins, the minerals, all the nutrients intact. Unlike other products that are imported into the country, where they are made from processed materials. So our products are healthy, but fortunately or unfortunately, we don't have them well packaged. You know, we have not branded them, and a lot of the youth don't even know about these traditional foods. And when you look at also the trend in terms of health, a lot of people are having diabetes, stroke, hypertension, and all other forms of diseases. And we thought it wise as a university that we need to educate the public that what we have is more healthier. Before, in the olden days, we didn't have those kind of diseases. So we want to educate the public to know what we have, that what we have is healthy, is good for us, and therefore we should patronize them. But this year, we made it food festival so that we educate more people about the different kinds of foods. So you see all the regions exhibiting, and even different countries coming on board, different countries on campus coming on board. And then we have different individuals, enterprises, private people who are into healthy products to come on board to showcase to the public that we have what it takes to eat healthy and to live healthy as a nation. As I said, we are very much concerned, and we want people to know that our traditional foods are the best for us. And the theme for this year is promoting our culture, our food, and the science. And the reason is that we want to bring science into it, so that these foods, we will look at the nutritional benefits and all that. We will have database evidence, and then we can package them in a convenient manner. Then we can also extend the shelf life, and then make it more palatable, more convenient, more package them well, attractive for everybody. You know, that is what will attract people.
And have expectations been met?
Yeah, I think so. There are a lot of people who came here. Some of them, they haven't seen some of the products before. And we told the students and researchers that they should put their thinking caps to look at these foods. What can we do about them? Looking at innovation, creativity, without losing the cultural aspect or the traditional aspect. They should look at these foods and package them better, make them convenient, as I said, just to brand them so that we can have more of our traditional food available for people to patronize. And then we have also educated people about the importance of these. Some people just look at the aesthetic or the appearance of the food and they reject. Yes, but the foods that we are eating now, the fast foods, the unhealthy foods, usually they are very attractive. But remember, they have so much salt, so much sugar, or so much oil, and those are not good for our health. The research has shown that. So all what we are doing is that we are educating. Look at the number of people who patronize, and people enjoy the foods. I think you should interview them, the taste and all that. They know it.
I took some myself.
Yes. So we are advising our researchers, our youth, our students, they should come on board so that together we can work on our traditional foods for the nation. And I believe a nation that is healthy is more productive, and there will be more development. And especially concerning food security and nutrition security, these will contribute to it. So all that we are saying is that KNUST is very, very passionate about educating the public to eat well. And once we eat well, we can do every other thing. If you remember the code that I made, I said first we eat, and then afterwards we do in every other thing else. So basically that is that.
So from here, what is the next step? Do you have any other projects in the pipeline?
Yeah, we have a number of projects, and I think a lot of people have been excited. So later on, we will look at the different research activities that are going around traditional foods. So next year, this is an annual event. Every year, we are going to build on it to make it better and to make it more worldwide. And we may even go out, not just KNUST, but the whole of Ghana, because Ghana, we are very passionate about the health of Ghana. We had sponsors from Maggi and Nestle Maggi. We have cocoa processing because today is chocolate day. They were key sponsors, and we have sponsors from Baltic and then Kwama Foods, who produce Yo Fresh or yogurt. And the idea of Maggi, a lot of people were thinking, why Maggi? The issue is that now when you go to every household, they are using Maggi and they are not using it correctly. So we wanted Maggi to come on board to educate people because we are concerned. There is something in Maggi, food enhancer or flavor enhancer, that we think that people need to know about it and to be educated so that they know how to use Maggi, not just load them on our food. So because of that, we had Maggi on board and they did an excellent education to the public. So all what we are saying is that when you are using Maggi, use in very moderation. Don't just pack Maggi and salt and other things together. I think that was the basic message that they gave, that you should use the product in moderation. When you use Maggi, you don't use salt, and you don't even have to use it too much. And the good thing is that we also have traditional vegetables and spices that you can use to enhance your food, the flavor, the taste and everything, like pepper, the different types of spices. We have even kwansusa. It gives very good tasty products, and we should make use of these in our foods. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, madam.
Our culture, our food, and the science. Because you cannot do culture, you can't do food without bringing science. As a science and technology unit, we think that is. So you see the architecture, people are there doing the food architecture. You see the optometry people linking us food with the eye. Then you will see mathematics in action, showing us the calculation. So you see that science has impact on everything that we do. So this team is very important for us.
So are we having all the departments in your college participating?
No, we are having college of this program is a collaboration between College of Humanities and Social Sciences and College of Science. So all the departments in the colleges are supposed to appear here to be presented and make presentation. How do they play a role in culture? How do they play a role in food? How do they play a role in science? So we are pulling them all together to enhance our delivery. Some have been researched. So when you move on the stands, you see some that we will tell you we've done a lot of work to see. Some are from regions. And you see, so we want people to appreciate that these foods are things that show an identity, gives an identity to a culture, give an identity to a community. And so therefore, as you move around, you begin to appreciate one another. And it's also an opportunity to unite us, that we are one people, having different food, and we can enjoy together and have a common ground to share love.
Well, I have with me here Madame Pearl Dakun. She is a project leader for Maggi. Thank you for joining us, Madam.
Thank you.
Earlier on in your speech, you talked about the nutrients in Maggi. Can you throw more light on that?
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier on, Maggi is fortified with iron. As we all know what iron does to our system or our body. And then also it has iodine. I believe you all know what iodine also adds to our body. Yeah. So those are the two main benefits that I can highlight on the Maggi cube.
So aside Maggi, what other product do you have on market?
Okay, so we have the Maggi ketchup, we have the Maggi aroma. When you visit those fried rice joints, you will see more. And then we have the Maggi chicken, we have the Maggi shrimp, we have the Maggi beef, and then we have the Maggi tablets, the seasoning one. Yeah.
So with all these projects, what do you seek to achieve?
We want to get close to our consumers. You get to let them know that there's Maggi, and then there are other brands that's like Maggi, but it's not Maggi. That's why when I was giving the speech, I mentioned some 4 key properties that every original Maggi should have. So if you go to the market and you don't see all those properties on a queue that looks like Maggi, then it's not.
For the sake of our viewers, can you mention some of them?
Okay, so the 4-sided rester with a very big M in the middle. And then there's Maggi written boldly under it. And then also there's a silver lining on any Maggi shrimp you have, or any Maggi shrimp that we have on the market. So these 4 key properties should let you know that what you're buying is original or what you're buying is
fake.
Why should someone purchase Maggi instead of these other products?
So all the ingredients we use in Maggi are measured. Measured in the sense that they are not harmful to our health.
Earlier on in your speech, you mentioned about not using salt. Why that? Okay,
so if you listen to me when I was doing when I talked about the ingredients, yes, I said that like 90% of Maggi cube is made with salt. So there's no need for you to add additional salt to an already salt spice. You get it? So we always advise that if you're cooking in a dish for 6 people, just use 2 Maggi cubes and then you are done. You don't add any salt to it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm very grateful.
Sister Kus, Mama Sadia no, Sadia no, with the Mama Sadia no, Sister Kus, Mama Wadia no, Wadia no, with the Mama Wadia, Wadia, yeah, Roro, I feel yeah, I'm on Roro, make a my shirt first. My mood high, I know they want verse. Some girl won't do, make a my dressness. This song no they make any sense. But
I'm still watching Phronesis TV. My name is Sikawura, Kwaku, Sarfo, and this is the KNUST Food Festival. I have with me here Dr. Adjoa. Thank you for joining us. So far, has your expectation been met, considering the number of people and then how the program has been organized?
Yes, I think for the time being the organization has been splendid and we've had a lot of participation. We've seen senior members who were not expecting to be here today. We've seen students and we even have students from the senior high school visiting. So yes, it has been good.
As an organizer, what was the aim of this program?
Actually, we want to tell people that gone are the times when we looked down on our own food, our indigenous dishes. Because apart from it being food that gives us life, it also defines us as a people. And that is what the Department of Food Science, the College of Science and KNUST want the world to know. The Ghanaian dishes, West African dishes, African dishes are just as good and probably even better than some of the dishes that we've imported. So we want the youth especially to get to know some of the dishes that now are not known on the market, know about the nutritional benefits, the health benefits, and the fact that it identifies them as a people. And so we should as much as possible.
Now, people complain about the prices of our local foods, that they are expensive. What do you have to say on that?
You see, in this world, nothing good comes cheap. Yes, and if we are being honest with ourselves, it's not as expensive as we say they are. I don't want to mention some of the imported foods we have that we term them as the food of the elite, and they are very expensive, yes. But ours have all the nutrients that we need, and it also helps us identify us as a people, and it doesn't even reach the amount they charge. If you have 5 cedis, you can get a very good indigenous meal and be satisfied. But if you bear me out to 5 cedis, you cannot get some of the elite foods that are imported. So it is not expensive.
Now looking forward, what should we expect?
Yes, from KNUST, from the College of Science, and I'll speak for the Department of Food Science, where I am from. We see this being bigger than just KNUST campus. We are looking in the long term, in about 10 years. Whenever we mention KNUST Food Festival, it will be worldwide. Everyone will know about it. And then other regions and universities will also buy into this idea and spread the news that our indigenous dishes are good.
All right, thank you very much for speaking.
Stitches. Forget TV VIP, Kwaku tabas tickets. Pen and paper for the kids, then get me board and marker. I know be teacher, I know be tutor, then I come to lecture. Mama say word play, want to shame, check me flow no texture. Madrid nature see for I was some support.
Looked at a number of things before selecting the winners. And we want you all to hear so that next year, God willing, when you compete, you know how to put together your game and win the first prize. We are going to mention the first region.
create circumstance to get the least chance.
Or they just brought the food raw like that. What did they do to make it more appealing? They had an oral pitch. Now food science, listen, when you are pitching, you should pitch well. They were awarded for good pitching. They also awarded marks for display of the food and teamwork, because we are building you for the future. How do you interact with one another? Teamwork. Then we graded for display, and we also graded for the knowledge of traditional foods. What do you know about your region? Or you just eat the fufu and you think that is the end? You came from somewhere. There's a history behind it. We also graded the knowledge of the nutritional value. Can you sell the indigenous dishes to the public? Can you let an American take your preference? What do you say to convince the person about the nutritional benefits? And then we looked at the recipe. Did you prepare it yourself or your grandmother did it? That will show in the recipe. Then, ladies and gentlemen, give it for them, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Years back, I'm still not down with the cup. One over and one saba. Man enough with the talk. Into super body, you be a man to die with Tifu. It's here with Difu Abba Park, so watch a demo to Tifu. This year, Mr. Fire now, me de beba. So Yanko Pombe Bow Crash, Shadrach Ubeshiu was better than you then. I'm better than you now. So if you think you better now, then Charlie, I'm the best. Was better than you then. I said I'm better than you now. If you are second to none, then I be none. So I'm the first.
Bakina, you have done well. Let's applaud them as they take their seats.
The second best regional stand, second best, goes to Central Region.
Do the dance. Everybody make us see you do the dance. Do the dance. Do the dance. Everybody make us see you do the dance. Oh, skara, skereba, skereba. Skereba, skereba. So I promise. If you don't know my name, give me space.
So how the Central Region were dressed, they were just marvelous. Ladies and gentlemen, all these put together, we had one region. We had one group emerging out of the lot. 11 regions competed, both international and local. And one group came out the best. Who do you think it is? Which region was that? Hey, some people's hands are in fire. Which region was that? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, students, invited guests, the region taking home the first award today. We should all breathe. Calm down. It is none other but Upper East Master College. Yeah! Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
So sweet. We just did it. Do I'm slow, you for I say you let them. For the boys, for the girls. For the niggas, for the doses, for the man that for the ones who love, for the can't tell. Yeah, so put your hands in the air. Do the dance, everybody make us see you do the dance. Do the dance, everybody make us see you do the dance. Oh, skara, skereba, skereba. Skereba, skereba. So I promise I wanna. But anyway, I just play.
All the prizes were donated by Maggie, National Ghana Limited. Congratulations, Master College, Upper East Region. Well done, keep it up. Next year, we hope you'll come and defend your title. Congrats. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations.
What have been your experience so far talking about the Knust Food Festival?
Yeah, I think it has been innovative. It has been educational. We've learned a lot, and we've also sought to conscientize people about food, basically.
Yeah, the local ones.
Yes, the local food, because research is proving that our local foods are rather more nutritious and more healthy and more friendly to our bodies and our systems. So we should go back and take our local foods and eat them rather than
now. People have been complaining that the local foods are very expensive as compared to the foreign ones. Will you buy that idea? What will you tell them, or your advice for them?
I think it's a matter of demand and supply. Because the demand seems to be low, it means that just a few quantity is available, and that means that the price will also be high for the few who would want to patronize them. But if we conscientize, if we create awareness for people to cast demand for the food, then producers will also be enticed to produce more, and when the food is in abundance, then the price will go down, and then people can patronize them, and then it will benefit all of us.
So what is the next step for this food festival?
Yeah, I think as a member of the planning committee, there are so many lessons that we have picked. So we go back to the drawing board and then assess the situation from A to Z. What went wrong, and then what were the highlights, were the points, so that next time we would improve upon it. We want it to be an established festival. So gradually we'll be drawing in so many other institutions. For example, we think of drawing in the National House of Chiefs, the Ministry of Tourism and local government, and even the Food and Agriculture Ministry, because they all have a role to play as far as eating of local foods and patronizing of local materials is concerned.
What would be your advice to students on such a program, and then what is going on, talking about the local foods and its patronage?
Good. Yeah. My advice is that, as we say, you are what you eat. Okay? And then you have to eat your food as your medicine. Otherwise, you will take your medicine as your food. So we shouldn't just buy into anything that surfaces on the market. We should be very, very critical. As students who are being trained in our minds, our minds are being sharpened so that we can go out into the world and become changers. So we shouldn't just buy into any food product that is available on the market. We as change agents should rather patronize our local foods and send this message right into our communities that, hey, look, we have to come back to our root, because that is where the best is from.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you so much for having me.
So that was Dr. Set over there giving out that education. This is Knust Food Festival. My name is Sikawura, Kwaku, Sarfo. This is Phronesis TV.
Thank you, Sikawura. I have with me here a student, and he's going to tell me what he's experiencing here. Okay, so what is your name and then your program of study?
Okay, my name is Audi Yusuf. I'm studying BSc Hospitality and Tourism Management, and the Vice President for United Nations Student Association, Knust branch here. I think so.
So why did you decide to attend this program, apart from it being compulsory for you guys?
Aside me being, I'm into globalism, and then I love exploring. So it was an opportunity for me to explore other foods as well. I got the chance to eat pepper soup and a whole lot of other styles from Rwanda, Cote d'Ivoire, and a whole lot of other food as well. So it really helped me with my exploration.
Like, I see that you're a very adventurous person. So why is it that the youth of today are reluctant to taste traditionally made foods, especially those which are not indigenous to their regions or to Ghana?
Oh, well, I think it's because of our upbringing. At the very tender age, we are being given foods that are not in our native places that we find ourselves. But then when we grow, it becomes very hard for us to, So I realized going around, people were like, oh, these foods are different. But then if you are in to explore, you get to realize that you have to accept what they have for you, and then you move on with it because we are all exploring today. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so thank you very much for having us. So your name and then your department.
Manuela from the Food Science Department.
So how do you see this whole program? I mean, it's Valentine's Day and people would like to sleep or go somewhere with their loved one. Why did you decide to come here?
Okay, I think that is very educative with every stand that has been displayed. We got a feel of every food. We don't know, I haven't eaten Rwandan food before, but I tried it. So I think it's a very good initiative that they've taken.
So is there anything new you've learned from this exhibition?
As I said, I've not taken Rwandan food before, and I noticed that they said they don't eat with pepper in their food, so they just add the pepper to it if you would want. So I think that's something new I learned here.
That's amazing. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Please, what's your name and which department are you from?
My name is Emanuela Adams and I'm from the Department of Crop Science at the Faculty of Agriculture.
So why did you decide to come here for this food festival instead of chilling somewhere?
Well, as part of the organizers, I was supposed to gather the international students to also exhibit foods from their countries. So that's why I'm here. Yeah.
So, are you an international student yourself?
No, I'm Ghanaian, but I'm representing the United Nations Students Association, and we're putting charts to the international students.
I know even build a house, but I built a rim.
So what do you think is the impact of this program on the whole student body as well as those who attended the program?
Well, it's been a good one. Most people they don't even know where the food they eat come from. Okay, so I think it was enlightening for most students knowing food from different parts of the world, of Ghana and then the world. Yes. So the impact has been great, and personally I've got to work with international students and they are so lovely, and it's giving them a chance to come out for the whole world to see they are also around. So the inclusiveness of students and bringing them together is one thing I've loved about it.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the program. I have with me some students from the Department of Food Science and Technology, and they are going to tell me why they decided to spend their Valentine's Day at the Royal Parade Grounds instead of going out with their girls. So guys, hey, this is getting jumped up. But then so, why did you decide to attend this food festival?
Oh, okay. Today being 14th of February, we had a food festival. So we wanted to come and experience the place. And as we came, we saw that the atmosphere was very good.
Everything is charged.
Everything was very charging. You can see the boys charging around. The food was so nice. In fact, there was a very wonderful display from the students for everybody to enjoy.
So have you tasted any of the foods so far?
The Asana pineapple drink, pineapple juice and milk pint. Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining us.
Somebody they see me fly. I know be gon' look for your own. Leave me alone. If you see me smiling, somebody they see me flying. I know be gon' look for your own. Leave me alone.
So this has been an amazing day, and it was a perfect day to celebrate my Valentine's Day. Kwaku, what do you think?
Yeah, sure. Talking about the food being displayed over here today, actually I tasted the Ivorian pepper soup, which was very wonderful, and then I wish viewers were here to also have a taste of it too.
Well, I didn't know. I tasted the Rwandan cassava. I didn't know they had different ways of making cassava more appealing to the sight. I really enjoyed myself today.
Yeah, also I tasted acheke with some.
You said it's acheke, not acheke.
Okay, wow. So we are learning from this very good day over here, talking about Knust Food Festival.
Well, this is Phronesis TV. My name is Adjoa Dubai, and
my name is Sikawura Kwaku Sarfo.
Keep watching Phronesis TV. Catch you same time next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I feel the Miami show. Miami show. Yeah. Miami show. Yeah. Miami show. Uni mudi amin tumia. Akwedi adinyamyo. 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 I just said, whoa. It could have been me gone, but I'm still here. So I'm so grateful, I'm humble set. So down to earth, I'm like a man no leg. Man no leg. I had another G's gone, but I'm still here. So I'm so grateful, I'm humble set.